record. Let me start recording. Okay. So white to play b6 is the only solution. Okay. a6 or c6 does not work. Okay. This does not work. Similarly, this does not work. But what works is you put the b6 pawn, and depending on which side black takes, the other side pawn you push it. Okay. Then you can create a pass pawn. So this is a very important study to remember always. And this works also because white is so far advanced compared to black. If the same position was black was here and white was here facing each other or whatever, some this like this, then it would not have happened. Okay, then black also would have raised his pawns also to queening square. But because white is advanced, he is able to do this. Okay, so remember this. Fine. Now let us look at the next study. Okay, the next study is a very, very important study. Okay, Saavedra position. So Saavedra position is a what we call fundamental thing to the rook endings. Okay, so we'll see this position. Okay, what happens is king is on b6, pawn is on c6, rook is on d5. Yeah, Rushad, we didn't understand what you typed. So fine, let us go ahead and set the position. See, white's pawn is on b6, white king is on, black king is somewhere on a3, right? Or where? No, a1. Okay, a1. Black king is on a1, white pawn. And black rook is here. Okay. Hey, come on, no.
So can I tell the
yeah, I will just explain and then I will give you a chance. Okay, just hold on for 1 minute. Okay, no spamming on the chat. Please use it for only meaningful things. All these useless things, please don't use. Okay, fine. This is a position. Okay, and this is a position. See, white is just 2 steps away from queening the pawn. Okay, black has got a full rook, using which he can try and stop the pawn. But it is difficult because the king is protecting the pawn. One mistake black can do, and then white will simply win. And the other way around is white has got a chance to win if he queens the pawn. But if he allows the pawn to be exchanged by the rook, right, then there is no then it is a loss for black. So black is also trying to exchange actually black will be happy to exchange the rook against the pawn, because pawn is so close to queening. That is the danger for black. Okay, so this is the position. White to move. Okay, white can win this. White to move and win. Okay, but how? We will see. Okay, I want whoever who was saying that he has something, please type. I'm going to mute because you have to learn how to mute all. Please type on the thing. What is that? Okay. Himika is saying king to b7. Okay. And Dipant, you have to say something. No, taking the rook. Sorry. Please understand. Pawn is moving further like this, not like this. Okay. This pawn is on c6. So Ishan, so just remember the pawn is on c6 and pawn is thing. Okay. So Shreyas is also saying king to b7. So let us say what happens if king to b7. See, king to b7, you allow the black rook to attack the pawn. And now actually, even if you push the pawn, black rook will be very happy to take it. And you take it, and then it's a draw. Okay. Somebody is saying king to c7, but king to c7, you will block your own pawn, right? So it is even more difficult, right? Then, because the rook will very happily come behind the pawn. And next move, he can take it. Or he can wait and take it just when you are trying to queen the pawn. Right? So this also does not work. Somebody else, anyone else? Any other idea? More forceful idea? Okay, type your move. Type pawn to c7. Good. Who said that? Shreyas is saying it. Yashika is also saying it. Good. This is a threat, immediate threat now. What is the threat? What is the threat? That now next move you are going to queen it, and rook cannot come here, because if rook comes here, then pawn will simply capture it. If rook tries to attack from the behind, then king will take it, right? So what to do? What to do? The only option for black is rook to d6 check. Okay. Now where should white king go? Where should white king go? b7. If you go to b7, black is very happy. He will go here, pin the pawn, and you cannot move the pawn, and next move he will take the pawn. Right? King to c5. Yeah, if king to c5 looks like a good move, because rook cannot go here, you cannot go here. But you know what? Where the rook goes, black rook will go here. Okay. Now, if you queen the pawn, then actually you lose, because black rook will give this check. You will go here, then rook will take it, and after some time it will be a checkmate. Right? What if you don't queen the pawn? You just go near the pawn to protect it. Then also rook will give a check. King will move here. Rook will take this, and it's a draw. Right? So the only really move that works for white is this check. Sorry, king to b5. Okay. Now what can black again do? Black again is in a dilemma. Black cannot go here. Black cannot go here. If black goes here, then the pawn will queen. So what does black do? Black gives this check. Rook to d5 check. Okay. If white goes here, black again goes here. Black is happy to get a draw. So black is actually playing for a draw. So what does white do? White does this. King to b4. Now what does black do? Black again has no option other than giving a check. Okay. Black again has no option other than giving a check. So white again, if he goes back, black is very happy to repeat. Right? So instead, white has to then not to repeat. White has to come here. Now black comes here and gives a check. King to b3, rook to d3. Now see, now the king cannot come here. King has to go back. Right? But if king goes back, then king to c2 is the other move. Now this rook cannot even come here. Earlier he was coming here and trying to threaten that queening pawn with a check. Now he cannot do this. So now what is the thing? Is it a win for white now? Where will the rook go? Prevent the pawn from queening. Prevent the pawn from queening. He cannot go here. He cannot go here. Where else? Anywhere else he goes, then the pawn will queen. It can't do anything. But there is a clever tactic that black has. He plays to rook to d4. Okay. Now what happens? What happens now? Pawn to queen. Okay. Now who is winning? Who is drawing? No, it is black to move. Black to move it is. It is black to move. So who is going to win? Who is going to draw? It is still a draw, because rook gives a check like this, attacking the queen and the king and forcing the queen to take it. And now what is the thing? What is the result now? It's a stalemate. It's a stalemate. Can you believe it? Black king does not have any square to go. So it's a stalemate. So what is the thing? So is this a draw or a win then? We did all these varieties, and it is finally it is coming to a stalemate draw. Who thinks it is a draw and who thinks it is a win for white? Yeah, Shreyas. Win. Okay, how? Yashika says it's a draw. Akash says it's a draw. Dipan says it's a draw. Tushar says it's a draw. There is one little tactic. There is still one little trick is there. Not here, king, not king to c3 here. See here, if you play king to c3, doesn't matter. Black rook goes here. Now you cannot queen the pawn. If you queen it, then rook will give a check. If you don't queen it, you move the rook here, again black rook will go here, right? So it is not a king to c3 is not helping you. Something else is helping you. Something else is helping you. Just chasing the rook is not going to. Somebody was saying still, Shreyas, you are saying that it is a win. Why? What is the move? There is one move for white which wins in this position. One move. King to c1. No, king to c1 also doesn't help because rook will simply give a check and pick up the pawn. Then after that, it is a loss actually. So there is only one move which wins, which is promote to a rook, not to a queen. Promote to a rook, not to a queen. Okay. So what does? Now you cannot do this check. Now white will, rook will very happily take it, and black king has got the space to go, make a move, and then it's a checkmate, right? So now black cannot sacrifice his rook. In fact, white is threatening rook to h1 checkmate. Sorry, rook to a8 checkmate down this file, right? Because king cannot come here, and in this file it is this. So white is threatening this. So what is the only move for what is the only move for black? Black's only defense is rook to a4. And now what? Now it is both kings are there, rooks are there. Now is there a win for white? There is only one move for white which wins. King to b3, correct. King to b3, and it is called as a double attack. Why? Because the king is attacking this rook and you are threatening to give this checkmate. How do you prevent both? If you save the rook, then it will be a checkmate. If you want to save the checkmate, right, then, so if you, for example, if you prevent the checkmate by king coming here, then what happens? Then you can simply kill the rook. Okay, I will... Okay, Ramnath, I have allowed you to unmute.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir, a move before, can you go to the move where pawn was going to queen?
Yeah.
Yeah, sir. After this, if white plays c1, then the rook can go to c4, and then
Right.
it can...
Then it is a win for black. Because the pawn is falling, and then it is a win for black.
Yeah, sir.
So white cannot do this. Right? So and he cannot make a queen, because if he makes a queen, then also it's a draw by stalemate. So it is a rook. That is what rook happens. And now black has to come here. Black cannot do this sacrifice. So black has to come to rook to a4, and now white plays king to b3. Now what do you play? Now it's a win for white, because either you lose the rook or you get checkmated. If you lose the rook, then you will get checkmated after some few moves. Or if you save the rook, for example, something like this, you can save the rook. But then this check is coming. Right? So you either sacrifice the rook or you get checkmated. If you sacrifice the rook, anyway you are losing. Right? So this is a very beautiful game. Not game, it is a composition. So it is a Saavedra position. So please remember this, and everybody should, because there are so many principles that are captured in one position here. It is about how to keep drawing or keep repeating the checks and trying to think. That is one way. Then how to prevent the continuous checks. Then how to use the queen even to get a stalemate for your own king. And then how to under promotion. So instead of queen, you promote to a rook. And sometimes that is the beneficial thing to do. By just getting a queen, you will get stalemate and a draw. So, so many principles are involved in this. So please study this very, very well. Okay. So this is one very, very great end game to study. This is called as Saavedra position. Okay. White to play and win. Importance of right promotion. Right. Promoting, just mechanically promoting to a queen does not help you. Right. So this is the thing. Now we are going to look at another world famous study called as Reti's study. Okay. White to play and draw. Can you see? White is so far away behind the black pawn. White pawn is so far away. Black king is so close to the pawn. Is this even possible to draw? Let us put it on the board so that you will be able to see this. Ramnath, you know this position, kya? We will see it. Okay, this is the position white to play and draw. Okay, okay, we will go one by one. We will go one by one. Whom shall I'll randomly pick someone. Okay, so Shreyas, maybe Shreyas had. So I will first allow Shreyas to unmute. Shreyas, you want to. Just everyone first look at it. I have allowed you to unmute Shreyas. Okay, let everybody see. Okay, so we see, very simple. Black can queen the pawn in 4 moves. White can queen the pawn in 2 moves. But white cannot actually queen because black king is very close by. So if white pushes the pawn, black king will come near, take it, and then it is gone. White king can never reach the black pawn as it is. Right? Because if white king starts going towards the black pawn, then black pawn is so far away. Black king, king can make only 1 move at a time, right? I mean, only 1 square at a time. White to play. White to play. Okay. White to play. Okay. Shreyas, you want to try first? I will play white. Sorry, you play white. I will try to play black. What is your move? I have allowed you to unmute, Shreyas. No? Okay, again I am doing it. You can unmute.
Yes, Anna.
Yeah.
So king to h7.
King to h7, then I will play h4.
King to g6.
King to g6, then I play h3.
So,
And the pawn is queening, right?
yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Pawn to c7.
King to b7.
So now king to g5.
King to g5. h2.
So now
Gone now, right?
yes, sir.
It is gone. Okay, so it is not king. So Sahil, you are also saying king to h7, but king to h7 does not work. Let me go to someone else. Who is there? Very quickly. I will go to I will go to Deepant. Deepant, I am allowing you to unmute.
Huh?
Yeah.
Pawn to c7.
Pawn to c7 to start with. Okay, king to b7.
King to G7.
King to G7, H4.
King to G6.
King to G6, H3.
Pawn to C8.
Pawn to C8, king takes C8.
King to G5.
Now it is gone, right? Now you cannot prevent it. Right? Okay, I will, so this also does not work. Let me go Vihan. Vihan, I have allowed you to unmute.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So, king to G7.
King to G7. So H4.
King to F6.
Ah, king to F6. King to B6.
Sir, then I cannot.
Why you cannot?
Sir, because if I move towards my own pawn, you can kill it, and if I go to your pawn, it's not in the net. So it's not possible.
So does anyone know any other way? Anyone has any other idea?
No.
Okay, Agastya, you are saying, what is your move? Type your move, Agastya. Continue. Shreyas is saying continue. Mishti is saying unmute. Okay, let me allow Mishti to unmute. Mishti to unmute. Where is Mishti? Where is Mishti? Where is Mishti? Okay, Mishti, I have allowed you to unmute. Please unmute and speak.
Sir, king to G5.
King to G5, then H3.
King to G4.
King to G4, H2. You cannot catch the pawn like that.
Oh, yeah. Sir, it's impossible.
There is one trick. Someone who say up to, I will give a clue. I will say that king to G7 was correct, H4 was correct, king to F6 was correct, king to B6 is what black will try to do. Now you need to have one move. King to G5 does not work. King to G5 just now we saw. King to G.
Pawn to C.
Pawn to C7 does not work because black takes it, and now you can never reach the pawn here. Right? King to F5 also does not work. King to F5 also does not work because you cannot catch the pawn and your pawn is not going to queen. There is one tricky move, which is king to E5. Now you see. Now you see. Now you play. You play from black side. What will you play? Not king to E6. King to E5. King to E6 loses again.
King kills C6.
If king kills C6, then I come here and now I am ready to stop the pawn. Right?
Okay.
Right? If you don't kill the pawn and you play H3, now I go and protect my pawn.
Okay.
Now if you play this, I will play C7, you will queen, I will also queen. If you want to prevent me from queening, I also come here. Now if you queen it again, I will also queen. Right? This is called, that is why, so it is like this. This is called, this demonstrates the geometry of the chessboard, and especially with respect to king moves. See what it means is to reach from H8. If you have to reach, suppose H2 square, okay? King can come in so many different paths. He can come via 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It will take 6 moves from H8 to reach H2, right? He can also come via, he can instead come first here, then 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. He can also reach like this. Or he can also reach 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or you can also reach 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So see, we are in school, we understand that the diagonals are longer than the sides of the square, etc. Right? And it is correct. Mathematically, that is correct. But as per the chess rules, king always moves one square at a time. So because of which, even if he moves like this diagonally also, it is going to take the same number of moves. Okay. But why you should move diagonally here? Because if you are moving diagonally, you are keeping the option open for 3 moves. You are keeping the option open whether I should go on this side of the chessboard or whether I go on this side of the chessboard, right? Or whatever you say, this side, right? Option is open for you if you move along the diagonal, and that is why. So that is why the first move h7 does not work, because now you can never reach this pawn. Okay. This pawn anyway you cannot reach. This pawn also you cannot reach. But by moving diagonally for 3 moves, you are keeping the option open, because even to reach this pawn, suppose you have to reach this square. Suppose you have to reach this square. Then also you can always reach 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 4. Or you can reach 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you can reach 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can also reach 1, 2, 3, and 4. But which is the best option for you? Because you are keeping both options open by coming like this. You can reach here also, or you can reach here also, right? After 4 moves. If you, and one of them you reach it, then you will be able to draw. That is the fundamental principle. So this is a great study. So that is why I have included you in. Please go through these entire things. Some other things are there, but you can go through the video lecture that I have sent. Okay. But this is extremely important. These are some fun studies, just otherwise. So, but these, the ones that I covered today, they are all very, very important. Saavedra position, Reti study, as well as this breakthrough, pawn breakthrough. Okay. So with that, we complete the last lecture. And as we were discussing, I will please, yeah, Mishti, I thought I already allowed you to unmute. Yeah, unmute.
Sir, tomorrow is the last wala, right?
Yeah, I mean, the class is over now, only tournament and test is left. So depending on how is your availability, I will set up the tournament. I think, okay, I will allow everybody to unmute. Okay, everybody I have allowed to unmute. So
Tomorrow is okay.
Sir, maybe tomorrow I can't join.
so today evening, India
Today
time.
is okay for me.
Sir,
Okay.
tomorrow is okay for me.
Sir, tomorrow
Sir, today, sir, tomorrow I can't join.
Okay. Here is one thing I will do. I will hold it next week. Okay, because some people have exams, some people are doctors, they are in hospital, they are coming back, something.